So this is Adam Grant, and I guess he is a professor, an author, a writer, and he specializes in organizational psychology. But I don't actually think he's a psychiatrist. I mean, he might be like a psychotherapist or something, but I don't think he could like prescribe meds or anything like that. I'm not, honestly, I didn't know who he was, and I just looked him up. So I guess a lot of people think he's great, and he has like quite the following, and he's considered to be very smart. You know, these people from Harvard are very smart. Well, anyways, he went on and wrote this like article about how astrology is basically woo woo and it's just not real. Well, that's interesting because some people would probably say that they think that psychology is just not that real, right? I mean, this is life. We all are living life. Some people have different emotions, certain events, but does that really mean that psychology is real? Like astrology is real? I mean, I don't know. So basically, he was talking about how we can't define a person by their zodiac sign and how this whole zodiac pop culture is just basically a bunch of nonsense and people are addicted to it and they're just taking it to this whole platform, this media platform that astrology shouldn't be at. And he goes on to talk about how astrology is a $12 billion industry and it's gaining popularity with the younger generations. And I was shocked to learn that 4 in 10 Americans don't know that astrology is not at all scientific. Okay, so first of all, I'm not an astrologer and I'm not a psychologist or a psychotherapist, but I am a nurse. And as a nurse, I know that there's a lot of evidence-based practice to really create a theory and study. And while most psychologists would say that science backs up the theory of thoughts and consciousness and emotions, but does it really? Or is that a sense of consciousness and spiritual aspects of the conscious? I'm just saying. But anywho, he's basically saying that psychology's real and astrology isn't. I personally disagree. Do I think the zodiac pop culture is kind of annoying at times? Yes, I do, because I think that there's people on there that will post about certain zodiac personality traits and don't know anything about astrology. They don't read birth charts. They're just posting just to post and because it gives them a good gain of traction with social media. But as a nurse looking from the outside in on his theory is even though astrology technically to some people doesn't have any scientific background, there is one thing that helps with astrology. It makes people happy. And if it's making somebody happy and they enjoy learning about it, to me, that is way more valuable than any scientific background that might come from having to have a person be on a pill or do a whole bunch of counseling. If somebody is finding joy in something, how can you say it's not scientifically proven? I think the proof is in the pudding, honey.